Hello everyone. Ngayon, ang ita-topic namin lahat is about family of circle, tangent of line, radical axis and tangent of line. But for now, let's recall the standard form and general form. Can convert it into vice versa. So we have here a general form, which is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus dy plus f equals 0. And the standard form is x minus h plus y. Basta yan. Tapos, magbibigay ako ng example kung paano kunin ang general form to standard form. Ito yung example na ibibigay ko. X squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y plus 0. Una sa lahat, bago natin makuha yan, dapat i-rearrange muna natin yung equation. We need to group the x terms and y terms. Like this. After natin makuha yung x terms and y terms, need naman natin i-complete yung squares para i-convert natin siya into quadratic expression into perfect square trinomial. Ito, for x terms, buray ko na. For x terms, ito yung makuha natin dapat. For x terms, since yung half ng negative 4 ay 2 is 2. Tapos, ang I equals 4. Kailangan, after natin gawin to, after natin i-convert siya into quadratic expression, need natin siya i-add, tapos need natin i-add and i-subtract yung 4. Meaning, magiging ganito siya. X squared plus 4x plus 4. Yan. Tapos, after niya maging ganyan, bali, ang mangyayari dyan is parang isi-simplify lang natin siya. Pwede siyang i-simplify or pwede nyo siyang pahabain kung gusto nyo. Simplify natin siya like ganito. Yan. Kung gusto nyo naman pahabain, pwede nyo gamitin ito. 4/2 squared equals 2 equals 4. Ayan. Now, for y terms, gaya ng ginawa natin sa x term, ganun lang din. Kasi kukunin din natin yung half ng 6, kagaya ng pagkuha natin ng half sa 4, which is yung 2. Tapos, ang half ng 6 is 3. So, tapos, meron tayo dito ang 3 squared, which is 9. Yun yung parang perfect square niya. Since kailangan nga natin i-convert siya into quadratic expression, need natin i-convert yung quadratic expression into perfect square trinomial. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is, need natin din i-add and subtract yung 9, meaning magiging 9 squared plus 6y plus 9. Tapos, kagaya din ang ginawa natin doon sa x terms, isi-simplify lang din natin siya. Bali, ang mangyayari is y plus, kasi, diba? Kaya natin siya tinawag simplify kasi kukunin natin yung half ng 6, which is 3. Tapos, squared, which is nagiging 9. Pag parang sabi mo multiply, then pwede natin siyang, kung papahabain nyo rin naman, kung gusto nyo pahabain, kung mas nadadalihan kayo pahabain, pwede siyang yan, which is 3 squared equal 3 squared plus 9. Ayan. Now, after natin makomplete yung pagkuha ng ng squared sa both terms, need natin siya i-substitute or kunin yung mga constants, yung mga perfect square, which is ang 12, 4, at 9. Pag-a-add natin sila. Bali, magiging ganito siya. Ay, x yan ah. X. Plus y plus 3 squared equals 12 plus 4 plus 9. Yan. Ito yung mga nakuha natin dun sa both terms, which is yung x and y kanina. So, after natin ma-substitute now ngayon yung mga kuha nating sagot kanina, kailangan natin i-simplify yung right side, which is pagpa-plusin lang yung 12, 4 plus 9. Then, 12 plus 4 plus 9 equals 5. So, pag sinimplify natin yun, magiging x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 25. So, nakuha na natin yung tawag dito, yung whole number. Hindi, not totally, pero kasi single value. Kailangan natin mag-get yung single value para makuha natin yung center and yung radius. So, ngayon, after natin makuha yung single value, kukunin na natin ngayon yung center. Ang center natin is 2 and 3. Tapos, ang radius natin is r 5. Bakit siya maging 5? Since i-square root natin, yan, r square, 25. Automatically, square root yan. Kaya, 5. Now, ang gugunin naman natin is standard form to general form. Ngayon, yung example na ibibigay ko is x is 4 plus y plus 3 squared is 5. Ngayon, after natin yan makuha, kailangan natin yung i-substitute para, isa-substitute natin yung expanded terms, which is ito. X squared 8x plus 16 plus y squared plus 6 lang yan, 9 and 16. 6y plus 9 equals 25. Pero, ang tanong, paano natin nakuha yung expanded terms? First, we have to expand the x minus 4 squared. So, pag expand natin to, magiging x 4 squared minus 8 x plus 16. Gets? Kaya natin nakuha kanina yung expanded term ng x, which is ito. Ganyan yung ginawa. Then next naman is yung y. Paano natin nakuha yung standard term ng y is ginawa natin ang 3 squared y plus 3 squared equals y. Bali sa kabaliktaran lang to ng ano eh, ng kanina, which is yun nga yung point kung bakit natin siya nire-recall kasi iba vice versa lang. Kung kanina, kinuha natin yung kalahati ng 4 at ng 6, ngayon dito, ang kukunin naman natin is yung parang kabuuan ng dalawang number, which is ang kabuuan ng ano, 6 and 6, 6y plus 9. Ayan. Yan yung magiging expanded term ng ng dalawang ng y. So, nung nakuha na natin ang expanded terms ng x and y, need na natin siya i-substitute. No, after pala natin i-substitute, isi-simplify na natin yung dalawang equation. Like, i-combine like terms lang natin. Ito, x squared plus y squared 8x plus 6y plus 16. Ang laki kasi ng sulat ko. Teka, ulit. Kita ko lang. X squared plus y squared minus 25. Ito na yung combined terms na tinatawag. Tapos, after natin maano yung combined terms, need na natin i-subtract yung 25 from both sides. Meaning, i-remove na natin to. Kasi syempre, hindi natin siya pwede gamitin for general form ng may single value siya. So, magiging ano niyan is, after natin i-subtract yan, magiging 8x plus 6y equals 0. So, magiging 0 siya. So, ang magiging final, ang magiging general form yan is 0 na. Ayan.
Families of circles. So, a family of circles is a collection of circles that share a specific mathematical property or can be generated by common equation or condition. So, basically, imagine nyo yung circles not as isolated geometric shapes, but try nyo siya i-imagine as a special mathematical family where yung isang circle is connected by common characteristic or rule. So lang, like siblings in a family, meron silang certain traits, like certain traits. So yung circles in a family have something unique that binds them together. So let's start tayo sa number 1, which is concentric circle family. I-pause mo na. Tapos ba?
Ay, hindi ko pinost.
Number 2, orthogonal circles family. So, orthogonal circles family is a family of circles where every circle in the set intersects at right angles. So basically ano siya, intersection point niya nag-form ng right angles, nagre-require siya ng mathematical relationships and complex and mathematically elegant. So i-visualize ko siya para sa inyo. Basically ganito lang siya. Meron tayong 3 circles, C1 and C2, tapos C3. Basically ganyan lang siya, nag-intersect lang sila and nagpo-form ng 90-degree angle. Circles of Apollonius. So circles of Apollonius is a set of circles where the ratio of distances from two fixed points remain constant for every circle in the family. So fun fact, named siya after Greek mathematician Apollonius. So basically, nag-require siya ng two fixed points as a reference, and yung circle niya can have different sizes and location. Tapos constant power relationship between points. So basically, yung kanina rin is natin yung archery. Pero this time, di constant yung kanyang circle. So, parang magiging ganito siya. So, as you can see, parang inconsistent yung circle niya. Yun, ganun lang po. For coaxial circles family. So basically, yung coaxial circles family is yung circles that lie on the same line, so sa axis, and have specific intersecting properties. Ito, i-visualize ko ulit siya para sa inyo. Ito lang siya. Isang line or yung axis. Tapos, dapat yung circles is laging nag-intersect sa line niya. Nag-intersect or laging nakalay sa same line. Ganyan. Ganyan. Or ganyan. Ganyan. Pag yung circle is outside of the line na, that is not considered a coaxial circles family na. Ilang means na. So number 5, confocal circles family. So ano siya? Circles that share the same focal.
Take two.
Take two. So number 5, confocal circles family. So ano siya? Circles that share the same focal points but have different sizes and eccentricities. So ang hirap niya visualize pero itry ko para sa inyo. So ito yung 2 focal points niya. And the different sizes and eccentricities something. And ganyan. Tapos inconsistent siya and di constant. Parang ganyan lang. So yan, mukha siyang baseball field.
Ano ka na?
Yeah.
Stop.
Meron pa.
Ay, joke lang.
So yun, families of circles aren't just abstract mathematical concepts. Pero meron din silang real world applications, which is in engineering design, computer graphics, which is yung mga Photoshop, Canva, architectural planning, and astronomical calculation. So when we study family of circles, di lang tayo natingin sa shapes, nag-explore din tayo ng relationships, patterns, and beautiful interconnectedness of mathematical concepts. Kasi each family tells a unique story of geometric harmony.
Yeah.
So good day everyone, I am Gwyneth May Arhagas and I am here to explain to you guys what is radical axis and what is common chord. Ngayon naman ay papaliwanag ko sa inyo kung ano nga ba kapag sinabi nating radical axis. So ano nga ba ang radical axis? Ayon sa Euclidean geometry, ang radical axis daw ay yung straight line na nagkokonekta sa points ng dalawang circles na nag-i-intersect. So meaning, pag radical axis, kailangan may dalawang circles na nag-i-intersect at mayroong line na nagkokonekta dito. It is also known as the power line or power bisector of the two circles. So meaning, if we are asked to find the equation of the radical axis, we are also asked to find the equation of the line. So here we provided 3 basic examples of radical axis with no given. So for the first example here, as you can see, we have 2 circles, and we have the center and the points, and they are connected up to here, and that is the radius, and now they are connected with a straight line, meaning radical axis siya. Ay ganyan yung tinatawag nating radical axis. And for this example, there are no intersection pa muna since hindi naman nag-intersect yung dalawang circle. So for the second example, here as you can see, magkadikit silang dalawa yung circle, kaya tinatawag natin itong tangent. since magkadikit lang naman sila and there is still no intersection pa talaga. And this is also the radical axis, since yan nga magkakonekta yung point sa isang straight line. And for the last example, we provided here, as you can see, there is an intersection right here. So we have two intersections for this one and this one. As you can see, we have two intersections here, while for the last example, the second one, we only have one intersection right here at the center, since nagdikit nga lang sila. And that are the basic examples of radical axes. Ano nga ba kapag sinabi natin common chord? So wag na nating pa komplikaduhin pa yung meaning nito. So yung common chord, ito lang naman yung straight line na nagpapass or that passes through two circles that intersect. So meaning, ito lang yun. Kung ano yung straight line na nagpass through sa dalawang circles na magka-intersect, ang tawag dun isang common chord. So meaning, ito yung locus of all points that satisfy the equations of both circles simultaneously. Ayan lang ang pinaka-meaning niya.
Good day everyone, my name is Irel Reyes and I'm here po to give explanation po of getting the equation of the family of circles through the intersection of two circles. Meron po tayong given point na point 2 of 20. And then, meron din po tayong dalawang equation ng circle. Nilabelan po natin sila ng c sub 1 equals x squared plus y squared minus 3x minus 6y minus 2 equals 0. And then c sub 2 for the second circle, x squared plus y squared minus 5x minus 4y minus 10 equals 0. So, the formula po ng pagsasolve po nito, itong example, is c sub 1 minus k times c sub 2 equals 0. So, first step is for solving it is kunin muna po itong value ng k. In order to do that po is kailangan po natin i-transform ang itong dalawang equation sa ganito pong formula. Now, let's transform it po. For the first equation is x squared plus y squared minus 3x minus 6y minus 2. Ay, wait lang po. Di pala kasya. X squared plus y squared minus 3x minus 6y minus 2 minus k x squared plus y squared minus 5x minus 4y minus 10 equals 0. Ngayon po, na-reach na po natin yung dalawang equation based on the given formula. We will now substitute the points of x and y, which is the value of x and y are 2 for x and 3 for y. Ngayon pa, i-substitute muna natin yung value ng x and y. 2 squared plus 3 squared minus 3 times 2 and then minus 6 times y, 6 times 3 minus 2 and then k times, ganun din po ulit. Substitute lang din po natin yung value ng x and y sa second circle. 2 squared plus 3 squared is 5 times 2 minus 4 times 3 minus 10 equals 0. Ayan. Ngayon naman po, next na po natin gagawin ay ipa-perform na po natin yung mga operations. So, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2. Yes, 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 by itself, 9. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 times 3 is 18. And then, bring down lang po natin yung natitirang number, which is ng negative 2. So, negative 2. And then, magiging positive na po itong yung sign ng k. Sa next circle equation naman, sa next equation po ng circle is ganun lang din po, perform the operations lang din. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 9 minus 10 minus 12, and then bring down lang din po yung negative 10 equals 0. Ngayon po, since na times na po natin yung mga numbers, perform the operations po ulit, and then ang magiging sagot po nito, first equation is negative 19k plus 13 equals 0. Ngayon po, itatranspose lang po natin yung value ng 13 po ito sa labas ng circle. So, magiging negative 13 na po siya. Para po makancel po, or makancel po natin, if possible po na makacancel itong number sa tabi ng letter K, which is yung hinahanap po natin sa pag-solve po. Una po natin gagawin sa pag-solve po ng equation na po ito. And then, i-divide po natin ito. I-rewrite po ulit natin. Negative 19k equals negative 13. And then, divide po natin both sides sa negative 19. Kaya po magiging value po ng k is k equals negative. K is equals to negative 13 over 19. Ngayon, kung i-calculate nyo po siya sa scientific calculator, matatanggal po itong negative signs. So, magiging positive 13 over 19 na po ito. Ito na po yung value po ng k. Ngayon po, for the second step is solving na po ng equation. Tulad ng ulit ng ginawa kanina is ngayon po at nakuha niya na po yung value ng k, which is, ito po, is positive 13 over 19 So first step naman po for solving the equation, yung buong equation na po, is arrange po ulit yung dalawang equation ng circle sa given formula. So magiging ganito po yung itsura niya. And then, substitute po ninyo yung value ng k, and then na po yung magiging value ng k. Once na-substitute nyo na po, i-distribute nyo naman po yung value ng k sa mga terms po ng second circle. So, from x squared, naging 13x squared na po siya. And then, y squared, naging 13y squared. Yung negative 5x, naging negative 65x. Yung negative 4y, naging 52y. And yung negative 10 is naging negative 130. So, yung mga terms po ng second circle is times lang po sa 13. After nyo po distribute yung value ng k sa second circle, next naman po is combining the like terms na. So, ang partner naman po ng x squared is 13x squared. Yung partner po ng y squared is 13y squared. And partner naman po ng negative 3x is negative 65x. Negative 52y, ay, negative 6y is partner naman po is negative 52y. And then yung negative 2 is, partner naman po nun is negative 130. At huwag nyo rin pong kakalimutan yung isama yung denominator po, which is yung 19. So, pag kinombine nyo po ito, ganito po magiging solution niya. So, kung yung x squared is meron pong invisible value na 1, and then, ita-times nyo po siya sa 13x squared, times x squared. Ang pag-solve na po nito is, i-times nyo muna po yung 19 sa 1, and then plus yung numerator po. So, magiging, so kung 19 times 1 is 19 plus 13, magiging 32x squared na po siya. And then, ganoon na din po sa y squared. 32 x squared plus 32 y squared. And then, sa ganoon din po, pagdating po sa the rest ng terms po ng second circle sa pag-solve po. Kung dito po is 1, ganito po yung itsura ng first and second term ng x squared and y squared. Dito naman po sa 65, magiging ganito naman po yung itsura niya. Negative 65x may over 1, and then times 3 pala to, sorry po, ito po ay negative 3, and then times negative 65x over 19. Ngayon po, same process lang din po, i-times muna po sa negative, i-times nyo po itong dalawa, itong negative 3 sa 19, and then perform an addition operation po dito po sa numerator. So, kung times nyo po yung negative 3 sa 19, yung sagot po na is negative 57, and since plus negative 65, bago pa yung value ng yung sign ng 65, so negative 57, minus 65 na po siya. And then, since sa rule po ng adding negative sign, hindi po siya mababawas, magko-combine po yung dalawa. So, magiging 122x, negative 122x. And then, ganun, same process lang din po on the rest hanggang sa makarating po kayo sa dulo. Huwag nyo lang pong kakalimutan yung ita-times nyo po sa kabilang equation po ng circle. Sundin nyo lang din po yung ginawa ko po dito sa dalawang solution po ito. Y equals 0. Ngayon naman po, kaya naman po siya naging negative 166. Y is negative 6y 1 times negative 52y over 19. Then same process lang po. Negative 6 times 19 ang sa po ay negative 144. And then perform an addition operation. Since same sign po siya, pagko-combine din po yung dalawa. Negative 114 minus 52, 166 equals 166. So, kaya po siya naging 166y. And then, kaya naman po siya naging 168 is negative 2 over 1 times negative 130 over 19. Same process lang din po. Negative 2 times 19 is negative 38, and then perform an addition operation po dito sa negative 130. So, negative 38 plus negative 130 magiging 100, negative 168 po siya. So, ito po. Negative 168. And then, huwag nyo rin pong kakalimutan yung denominator 19 dahil hindi po tayo tapos. Dahil kailangan pa po natin itong kailangan pa rin po natin ang ganitong 19 to come up for the final answer. So, kailangan po natin itong i-multiply sa 19. Multiply po natin siya sa 19. Multiply po natin sa 19. And then, maka-cancel out na po. Maka-cancel out na po siya. Ngayon po, rewrite nyo lang po ulit. 32x squared plus 32y squared minus 122x minus 166y minus 168 equals 0. So, ang magiging sign naman po nito is C sub 3. Therefore, meron na po tayong tatlong equation ng circle. Yung dalawa pong circle na po ginagamit natin, and then yung equation po na nag-intersect. Bali, ito po yung magiging final answer po ninyo. 32x squared, no, C sub 3 is equals to 32x squared plus 32y squared minus 122x minus negative 166y negative 168 equals 0.
Hello, my name is Justin Villanueva, and I'm here to teach you about the equation of radical axis of circles. So, ang formula ng equation ng radical axis is s sub 1 minus s sub 2 equals 0. Meron tayo dito ng dalawang equation. Itong s sub 1 natin is x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 16. The second is x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 4y plus 1 equals 0. May problema dito. Kailangan naka-general form yung equation para natin ma-minus yung dalawa. So, itong isa kasi, hindi naka-general form. Paano natin makakuha yan? Yung general form, I mean. Ipa-foil natin. Pretty sure alam natin lahat kung paano mag-foil. So, first natin ipa-foil ito, x minus 2 squared. X minus 2 times x minus 2. Foil natin yan. First, x squared. Outside, 2 times x. Edi, negative 2x. Tapos, inside, excuse me. Negative 2x ulit. Tapos last, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So, combine like terms. X squared tapos itong dalawa minus 4 plus 4 x sorry plus 4. So nakuha na natin yung first dito. Sunod yung y plus 3 times y plus 3. So, foil ulit. First, y squared. Outside, 3y. Inside, 3y ulit. Tapos last, 3 times 3, 9. So, same rin. Combine like terms. 6y, itong dalawa. Plus 9. So, combine na lang natin itong dalawa. Pagkatapos, since nakuha na natin parehas, since nakuha natin parehas, combine natin itong dalawa. And may pagkakasunod dyan, x at y, diba? Tapos, ito, x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y tapos dagdag na lang plus 4 plus 9 equals 16. Then, combine like terms natin. X squared plus y squared. Asan ba? 4x plus 6y. Since itong dalawa lang naman yung magkatulad, 9 plus 4 equals 13. Equals 16. So, next natin gagawin ay ililipat natin tong 16 dito para maging 0 siya. Dito, x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y plus 13. Since nilipat natin sa other side, magiging negative siya. Negative 16 equals 0. Ayan, nakuha natin 0. So, combine. Ano lang ulit. So, gagawin natin is combine like terms ulit. Minus 4x plus 6y plus mali. Positive 13 minus 16 is negative 3 equals 0. Ayan, nakuha na natin yung general form. So, ito na. Ito ng S1. Tapos, S2 natin is this, x squared plus y squared. S2. Yan ang S2 natin. Next natin gagawin is, pag-minusin sila. So, according sa formula, S sub 1 minus S sub 2 equals 0. So, x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y minus 3, tapos minus s sub 2 x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 4y plus 1 equals, tapos parenthesis equals 0. So, kailangan natin gawin, transfer natin itong minus sign sa other mga mga positive at negative. Mangyayari, mawala yung parenthesis. Sulat to dito. Pero, magiging negative to since positive x squared to. Magiging negative x squared. Ito, magiging negative y squared. Magiging negative 2x. And since negative times negative, magiging positive 4y. Tapos, lastly, negative 1 equals 0. Last thing to do is minus them. I-subtract sila. Since merong x squared minus x squared, magiging 0 yan. Y squared, y squared. Yan, wala na sila. Kakalabasan yan is combine like terms na lang. Negative 4x, negative 2x, negative 6x. Tapos, positive 6y, positive 4y, magiging positive 10y. Then, negative 3, negative 1, magiging negative 4 equals 0. Ayan. Isipin, tapos na, no? Ang problema. Negative yung pinakauna na term. Ito, pinakauna. Hindi dapat ganyan. Dapat positive siya. Paano makuha ang positive? Dali lang. Multiply lang by 1 both sides. Negative 1, I mean. Para maging positive. Ang nangyari dyan, mawala to. Negative 6x. Yan, positive na. Problema, magiging negative to. 10y. And ito magiging positive. Plus 4 equals 0. Ayan, ayos na yan. And, ayan, nakuha natin yung sagot para sa problem na to. Thank you for listening, and I'm passing this on to Ma'am Julie.
For our second example, we are given x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 10y minus 20 is equal to 0. And x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 8y plus 30 is equal to 0. This is our S1 and this is our S2. Since naka-arrange na sila, we could now subtract S1 and S2. Ang S sub 1 natin ay si A, ang S sub 2 natin ay si B. Again, ang formula natin ay S sub 1 minus S sub 2 is equal to 0. So, x squared minus x squared cancel out, y squared minus y squared cancel out, positive 4x minus positive 6x, that becomes negative 2x, and negative 10y minus negative 8y, that becomes negative 2y, and negative 20 minus positive 30, that becomes negative 50 is equal to 0. Since negative sila, i-multiply natin all terms by negative 1. So, negative 1 times negative 2x, that becomes positive 2x, and negative y times negative 2y, that becomes positive 2y, and negative y times negative 50, that becomes positive 50 is equal to 0. And this becomes our equation of the radical axis.
So guys, explain ko yung tangent to a circle. Tangent to a circle. A tangent to a circle is a straight line that touches the circle at exactly one point. This point is called the point of tangency. The line perpendicular to the tangent line through a point is known as line normal to the curve. So para mas maintindihan nyo, mag-drawing ako ng example. So, circle. Hanapin natin yung gitna ng circle and then drawing tayo ng line hanggang border ng circle. Tawag dito is point of tangency or yung tawag dito point of contact. And then ang tangent line is yung magdodrawing tayo ng line across the border ng circle. Ay, kailangan tatama siya ng exactly dito sa point na to. Imagine niyo lang is tumatama siya. Pero kailangan tatama siya dito. Tatama siya dito ay exactly 1 point OD. Yan ang tinatawag na tangent of a circle. And then, ang para matawag siyang tangent to a circle, kailangan perpendicular siya sa radius ng circle, which is perpendicular, which is ganyan nga. And then, kailangan magta-touch lang siya at only 1 point. Thank you. Dali lang ako.
Hello guys, ito. Find the equation of a circle with a center -3, -3, and a tangent line 2x plus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. Ang una, bago natin isolve yung equation of a circle, ito muna yun, yung pinaka-base form ng equation of a circle. Itong x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. Since meron naman natang center dito, ipapunta natin ito sa h pati sa k. Since nalagay naman ito x minus h, ibig sabihin yung x value sa coordinate na -3, papunta natin dito. Ganun sa y. Na y minus k, since katapat dito na y, sa coordinate na ito is -3, yung lalagay natin. Ito na yung unang step, bale. Yung susunod na lang dito, yung r squared. Pwede natin gamitin yung displacement na formula sa yung point, yung distance, dito. Yung distance from a point to a line, na ito yung formula. Bakit ganito yung pwede natin gamitin formula sa paghanap ng radius? I-drawing mo natin yung illustration nito. Ito yung center. 3, -3. Yan. Sa paghanap ng distance from point to a line, madalas diba yung previous na group point lang ang binibigay. Same na rin yung idea na yun sa center. Yung center pwede natin i-consider as a point. Bago yung itong general form ng isang line, pwede natin i-consider sa tangent na line na given, which is yung point na touch ng circle, which is yan 2x plus 5y plus 3. And bali yun yung idea na kung bakit pwede applicable tong formula na ito sa pag-hanap ng radius. Bali na sa part na ito, sa pag-place, like nagkamali lang ako sa part na ito. But since negative ang lalagay natin, magiging positive na to. So, natin itong formula na ito. X minus negative 3 So, ganito magiging itsura pala niyan. Nakalimutan ko yung sign na. So, magiging plus 3 at saka y plus 3. Yung pinaka standard form natin bago natin simulan itong r squared. Susunod naman yung paghanap ng radius, paggamit yung formula ng distance from point to a line na. Nandito naman na yung values nung nasa formula, ipapato na lang natin. Ito yung formula na naka-reference sa distance from point to a line. Etong A galing dito sa sa tangent line na ito, which is 2. Bago itong x sub 0, kaya natin i-substitute dito sa given na center. Yan na yun, yung x coordinate niyan. So 2 times negative 3 plus, yan din dito. Value ng b dito sa tangent line na ito 5. So 5. Dito sa y sub 0, dito negative 3. Bago itong c 3. Bago yung value ng a, square root 2 squared plus b 5 squared. Bago step by step natin yan, isa-isahin. Two times negative 3, negative 6. 5 times negative 3, negative 15. Square root of 4, which is yung 2 squared plus 25 dahil 5 squared. Tapos bago ipag-simplify natin sa taas pati sa baba. Since negative naman na itong parehas, ipag-add na natin. So magiging negative 21 pag pinagod itong dalawa. Bago, since 3 lang yung positive, negative 21 plus 3 is negative 18. Bago, pag pinagod natin to 4 plus 25 is square root of 29. Bali, ito na yung value ng radius natin. So, take note na lang natin yan. Negative 18 over, diba, positive yan. Gawa kasi, nasa absolute value. Kaya, magiging positive yan. Positive 18 over 29 yung radius na ipapalitan natin sa standard form na ginawa natin kanina. Ito, ipapatong naman natin. Ito yung form kanina. So, papatan na natin na yung which is yung 18 over square root of 29. Pag simplify natin dito sa r squared natin i-squared natin itong numerator pati denominator. Ang magiging equal niyan 18 squared is 324 over 29. Dahil yung square root of 29 bago ni squared, di magiging 29 lang yan. So x plus 3 3 squared. Bale, ganito na yung standard equation, no? Na hinahanap natin. Yung find the equation of a circle. Bale, ito na yung overall pag base sa given. Na paano kung i-convert natin tong standard equation into general form, no? Bale, ang idea dito, i-expand muna natin tong dalawa para makuha natin yung x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f sa general form, bago natin ilipat to at masimplify para maging 0 tong right side. I-expand muna natin itong dalawa. Unahin mo natin yung sa x plus 3 squared. So is equal to x plus 3 times x plus 3. So is equal to, and distribution lang naman, x times x squared plus x times 3, 3x, bago dito 3 times x plus 3x 3 times 3 plus 9 na. Ipag-add natin yung same term, so magiging x squared plus 6x plus 9. Ganyan lang din sa y. Y plus 3 squared is equal to y plus 3 times y plus 3. Ganun na yung operation. Y times y squared plus y times 3 3y plus 3 times y 3y, 3 times 3 9. Ganun din, add yung same na terms, y squared plus 6y plus 9. So itong nakuha natin na expand, ipagsasamahin lang natin, which is x squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 6y plus 9 plus 9 18 is equal to 324 over 29. Ito yung unang step para natin makuha yung general form. Bali, ino naman natin itong left side para mas madaling dahil i-multiply natin both sides by 29 para makancel tong 29 na denominator sa right side. rewrite ko lang. X squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 6y plus 18 is equal to 324 over 29. So, multiply lang natin by, by 29 by both side para makancel. Para makancel itong denominator. So, magiging equal niyan is 29x squared plus 29y squared plus 29 times 6 174x plus 174y dahil pinag-times din dito plus 29 times 18 22 is equal to 324. Since di naman na siya fraction, i-move na lang ito sa left side para maging 0 tong part na ito. Ayan. Bali, sisimple natin itong part na ito dahil minove natin itong 324 dito. Kaya siya magiging negative. So, magiging equal niya is 198. So, i-rewrite na lang natin. A general form, ito, plus 190 is equal to 0. Ito, general form. So, yung standard equation natin kanina, which is yung x plus 3 squared plus minus plus, tama pala, plus y plus 3 squared is equal to 324 yun na yun yung nasolve natin kanina. Ito yung unang part, yung standard equation, x plus 3 squared plus y plus 3 squared is equal to 324 over 29, which is yung radius sa base form ng standard equation. Kapag kinonvert natin sa general form, dahil in-expand natin tong sides na ito at tinanggal natin tong 29 na denominator para maging 0, itong right side, ito yung equal 29x squared plus 29y squared plus 174x plus 174y plus 198 is equal to 0. Yun lang, sana naiintindihan nyo.
Hello everyone, I'm JC and I'm going to explain on how to get the equation of a circle with tangent line, point of tangency, and two equidistant points. Para sa sample problem natin, meron tayong problem dito na find the equation of a circle tangent to the 3x plus 2y equals 0 at the point 0 and 0 passing through A, 1 and negative 1 and B, 6 and 0. Yung una natin gagawin is hanapin natin yung equation 1 using that tangent line 3x plus 2y equals 0. 3x plus 2y is equals to 0. Para mahanap yung slope, gamitin natin yung formula na negative a over b. Para ma-identify natin si a, tingin lang tayo dito. Tapos si b, si 2. At si c magiging si 0. So, lagay lang natin, magiging negative 3 over 2. Tapos hanapin lang natin yung negative reciprocal ni negative 3 over 2, magiging 2 is over 3. Then, apply lang natin yung equation, magiging y is equals to 2x over 3. Bali, ito yung magiging equation ng perpendicular line passing through the origin. So, ito, i-rewrite lang natin sa standard form, magiging 2x minus 3y is equals to 0. Bali, ito na yung magiging equation 1 natin. Para hanapin si equation 2, gagamit tayo ng formula na d is equals to the square root of x minus x sub 1 squared plus y minus y sub 1 squared is equals to the square root of x minus x sub 2 squared plus y minus y sub 2 squared. Bale, gagamitin natin yung dalawang point na si a, 1 and negative 1, b, 6 and 0. Bale, substitute lang natin yung given sa formula natin, magiging the square root of x minus 1 squared plus y plus 1 squared is equals to the square root of x minus 6 squared plus y minus 0 squared. Once na na-substitute na natin, squared lang muna natin both sides to eliminate the square root. So, magiging x minus 1 squared plus y plus 1 squared is equals to x minus 6 squared plus y equals 0 squared. Then, expand lang natin both sides. Magiging x squared is equals to 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 2y plus 1 is equals to, ito naman, magiging x squared minus 12x plus 36 plus 0 naman to, so magiging y squared na lang. Then, simplify lang natin, magiging x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 2y plus 2 is equals to x squared plus y squared minus 12x plus 36. So, mapapansin nyo, may magkatulad dito, si x squared plus y squared. So, cancel out lang natin siya. So, simplify lang natin, magiging negative 2x plus 2y plus 2 is equals to negative 12x plus 36. So, simplify lang uli natin, magiging 10x plus 2y minus 34 equals 0. So, mapapansin nyo, divisible sila lahat by 2. So, divide lang natin by 2. Magiging 5x plus y minus 17 equals 0. So, ito na yung magiging equation 2 natin. Now, na nahanap na natin si equation 1 at equation 2, gagamitin naman natin yung dalawa para mahanap yung center ng circle. So, gamit yung y minus 2x over 3 sa equation 1 natin kanina, i-substitute na natin si equation 2, magiging 5x plus 2x over 3 is equals to 17. Bale, 5 times 3 magiging 15x plus 2x over 3 is equals to 17. Tapos, 15x plus 2x magiging 17x over 3 is equals to 17. Bale, simplify lang natin, times pa natin 17 sa 3, magiging 17x is equals to 51. Then, 51 divided by 17 magiging x is equals to 3. Ito na si x. Tapos para mahanap naman natin yung y, gagamitin natin si equation 1, 2x minus 3y is equals to 0. Tapos substitute lang natin kay x si 3. So magiging 2 times 3 minus 3y is equals to 0. Then, 2 times 3 magiging 6 minus 3y is equals to 0. Tapos transpose lang natin si 6 tsaka negative 3y. Magiging negative 3 is equals to negative 6. Then, divisible si 6 by 3. So, si y magiging 2. Nahanap na natin si x at y. Ang center natin ay magiging 3 and 2. Nahanap na natin yung center ni circle. Ngayon naman, hanapin natin yung radius ni circle. Gamit yung tangent point na 0 and 0 at yung center natin na 3 and 2. Gagamitin natin yung formula ni radius na the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y squared minus y sub 1 squared. Substitute lang natin yung given natin, magiging square root of 3 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 0 squared. So 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 squared plus 2 minus 0 magiging 2 squared. So 3 squared is equals to 9 plus 2 squared magiging 4. So add lang natin yung dalawa, magiging 9 plus 4 is equals to square root of 13. So squared lang natin both sides, magiging r squared is equals to 13. Ito na yung radius ng circle natin. Last, para makuha natin yung equation of the circle, gagamitin natin yung formula na x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equals to r squared. So dito, ang gagamitin natin is yung center ng circle na si 3 and 2, tapos ang radius na nakuha natin, which is 13. So substitute lang natin itong mga to sa formula natin. Makukuha natin is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equals to 13. So, ito, substitute na natin sa general form ni circle. Magiging x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 4y minus 7 is equals to 0. Bale, ito na yung pinaka-equation ni circle. And this will be the final answer.
Sa ating mga parts. Yan. We're almost done sa ating mga parts. Ngayon, magkakaroon lang tayo ng grand recall sa lahat ng mga equations na napagdaanan natin. Una-una dyan yung pag-convert ng standard form sa general form and vice versa. Pero di na natin idadaanan yun. Pero yung dadaanan na lang natin is paano yung pagkuha ng member of a family of circle. Bale, kung ito-drawing mo kasi yung gantong problem, kung sa graph, may dalawang circle tayo. Then, ang hinahanap sa mga gantong problem, yung hinahanap sa mga gantong problem is yung mga bilog na sa loob nila or kasama dito sa graph na to, pero hindi pa sila kita. Ngayon, meron tayong point na 2, 1. Bale, kung i-graph natin, dito siya. Sabihin natin nandito siya. 2, 1. Tapos, ito yung first circle, S1, tapos S2. Ito yung equation ng first circle and equation ng second circle. Ngayon, hahanapin natin yung circle na dadaan dito sa point na to. Ibig sabihin, kunwari, ito yung circle na yon. Hahanapin natin yung equation niyan. So, to do that, first step, hahanapin natin yung parameter k. Sa formula kasi, sa paghahanap ng equation ng member of a family of circle, ito yung gagamitin natin. Bale, S1
plus k s2 equals 0. Bale, ayun, sabi nga, hanapin natin yung k. So, isa-substitute lang natin itong equations na to dito. So, ang mangyayari dyan, x squared plus y squared minus, ay hindi, sige. Huwag na natin sulat lahat. I-substitute na agad natin. Ang gagawin lang kasi natin dyan, yung points na to, isa-substitute lang natin mismo dito sa mga equations. So, sa coordinate na to, ito yung x, ito yung y. Yan, bale, dito sa first equation, x squared, magiging 2 squared. Plus 1 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 6 times 1 minus 3. Kita pa ba ako? Yan. Tapos, plus, kunwari dito na lang. Plus, hindi na kasi kasya. Paano ba ito? K. Sabihin na natin magkadugtong pa. Yan, i-substitute ulit natin. 2 squared plus 1 squared minus 6 times 2 minus 8 times 1 plus 5 equals 0. Ayan, kapag na-substitute na natin, syempre, ipa-perform na natin operations. Ito magiging 4 plus 1 minus 8 minus 6 minus 3. Lagyan natin ng parenthesis, tapos plus k parenthesis 4 1 squared 1 minus 12 minus 8 plus 5. So, ipagko-combine na lang natin. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 minus 8, negative 3. Negative 3 plus negative 6, negative 9. Tapos minus 3, negative 12. So, magiging negative 12 to. 12 plus 8. Yun, ipagko-plus lang ulit, i-combine lang natin ulit to. 4 plus 1, 5, minus 12, negative 7, minus 8, negative 15, tapos plus 5, negative 10, equals 0. Yan. So, nakuha na natin yung equation. Pwede pa yun yung huli. Gagawin mo dito, ita-times mo na itong k saka negative 10. Negative 10k siya. 10k equals, itong 12, ita-transpose mo sa right side. Kapag nag-transpose tayo, magiging positive. Kapag kung positive ito, magiging negative siya. Since negative siya, so magiging positive 12 siya. Tapos ang gagawin na natin, para makuha natin yung value ng k, divide natin sa 10. Negative 10 pala. Tapos cancel. Tapos i-simplify natin. 12 or ano yan? 6 over 5. 6 over 5. Negative 6 over 5. Yan. So nakuha na natin yung k. Ang k natin is, kita ko, 6, 5. Yan. Bale, kung maalala nyo yung formula natin kanina, gagamitin lang din natin ulit yun. S1 plus K S2 equals 0. Ngayon, ang isa-substitute naman natin is yung value nito. 6, yung negative 6 over 5. So, gawin natin yun. Para kasi medyo maliit yung space ng board, gawin muna natin tong K S2. Since negative 6 over 5 siya, pag-combine na natin. Negative 6 over 5 times x squared. Ay, kopyahin muna natin. Ay, sorry. X squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y minus 3 tapos plus yun. Kapag sinubstitute na natin, ang gagawin ko dito, i-diretso ko na. Yung naka-times na. So, negative 6 times 6 over 5 times x squared is negative 6 over 5 x squared. Ganun din sa y squared. Tapos 36 magiging positive 36 with 5 x tapos 6 times 8 wait lang 8, 16, 24 48 so plus ano 48 over 5 tapos 6 times 5 magiging negative 30 over 5. Ipagpalagay na natin na equal 0. Hindi na kasi kasya. So, ayan. Kompleto na. Combine like term. Combine like term. So, ayan. Hindi ko na lang sasabihin. Negative 6 over 5 x squared. Ito pala. X squared plus negative 6 over 5 x squared. Mas malaki to. Gagawin lang natin kasi may kasamang coefficient na 1 yan. So, ang value niyan is magiging 5 over 5. So, kapag ganyan, magiging value niyan is 1 over 5 x squared. And then, negative to. Negative, tapos 1 over 5y squared, tapos 36 over 5 times 4, 20, magiging 16 over 5 x ano siya, plus negative, tapos 48 5 times 6, 30, 18 plus 18 over 5 y tapos 5 times 3, 15 negative 15 minus 30 magiging 45 5 equals yan. So ang sakit sa mata, diba, kasi may mga 5 sa baba. So ang gagawin natin, times na natin siya sa 5. Multiply natin both sides 5. So ito magiging 0 na to. So 0 yan. Mangyari dyan, mawawala lahat ng 5 sa baba. So sulat na rin natin. Negative x squared minus y squared plus 16x plus 18y minus 45. Since ayaw nating maging negative to, magta-times lang ulit tayo ng negative 1 sa both sides. Yan, magiging positive x squared, magiging plus y squared minus 16x plus 18, ay negative siya, 18y plus 45 equals 0. Ayun na yung sagot natin. Ayun yung circle na hinahanap natin sa gitna. Bale, kung ayan, may circle tayo dito. Tapos may circle tayo sa loob na tumatama sa 2-1. Ayun yung equation. X squared plus y squared minus 16x minus 18y plus 45 equals 0. Ngayon, para ma-recall na din natin yung radical axis, madali lang yung radical axis. Bale, yung gagawin lang natin, pag minus natin yung S1, S2, ganyan lang siya. Kasi ito equals 0. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan, i-rewrite ko muna ba yung hirap? Plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y minus 2 equals 0. Tapos dito na natin lagay, lagyan natin ang parenthesis, x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 8y plus 5 equals 0. Yan. Ito muna yung minus natin. So, x squared minus x squared, cancel na yan. Ito rin, cancel na yan. So, negative 4x minus negative 6x magiging positive. So, 6 minus 4 magiging 2x na lang. 2x. Tapos ito, negative 6y minus negative 8y. Yun. Magiging plus 2y. Tapos, negative 3 minus 5, negative 8 equals 0. So, ito yung ano natin, radical axis natin. 2x plus 2y minus 8 equals 0. Ayun yung sagot natin sa radical axis. I-cut mo yan. Ayun. Pagkatapos natin pag-aralan yung radical axis, dumaan naman tayo sa paghahanap ng equation ng circle na may center and tangent line. Bali yung tangent line, diba, yun yung linyang nasa labas ng circle na nagtatagpo sa isang point lang. Bale, kung ito-drawing natin yan, ito yung point of tangency, ito yung center, 3, 4, so ito yung tangent line, x plus 2y minus 12. So, para makuha natin yung equation yan, nitong bilog na to, para makuha natin yan, gagamit na tayo ng distance formula. Ano ba yung distance formula natin? Pag ginamit natin yung distance formula natin, makakuha natin yung radius. Saan bang formula meron ng radius? Kapag, di ba, kung mapapansin nyo, sa standard form, may radius tayo. So, kapag nakuha na natin yung radius na yon, pwede na natin siyang i-substitute doon. And pwede na din natin itong i-substitute dun sa x minus h saka y minus k, since yung value nito is hk, since sila yung center. So gamitin na natin yung distance formula ng radius na absolute of ax plus by, ay may ano pala yun, plus c over the square root of a squared plus b squared. Yan. I-determine muna natin kung ano yung mga given sa problem natin. So, sa A, meron tayong 1. Sa B, meron tayong 2. C, negative 12. Tapos, x sub 0 is 3. Y sub 0 is 4. Ayun yung mga given natin. Isa-substitute lang natin siya sa formula. So, R 1, tapos A, diba? AX, tapos ito 3, plus 2, 4, tapos minus 12. Tapos over a squared, 1 squared plus 2 squared. So 1 times c, 3. Tapos 2 times 4, 8 minus 12. So 3 plus 8, 11 minus 12, negative 1. So ito 1 squared is equals to 1. So ito magiging 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So absolute value siya. So mawawala na to. Hindi na to kasama yung negative. So ang value ng radius natin is 1 over 5. Ayun. Pwede na natin siyang i-substitute sa standard equation natin. Di ba standard equation, ganito yung formula natin? Minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So, natin yung r squared. Then, meron natin tayong h, which is yung 3. Meron tayong k, which is yung 4. So, substitute natin. X minus, since positive siya, kakopy lang natin. Plus y minus 4 squared. Tapos, ayun. Ayun, 1 squared. So, i-ano square mo natin 5 over 25. Ayun lang. Tapos kung gusto nyo pang i-convert sa general form, okay lang naman. Pero kung hindi naman kailangan, kung yung titignan nyo sa problem kung yung hinahanap ba ay standard or general. Kung general, syempre, i-convert na pa to sa general form. Pero since hindi naman necessary na i-convert sa general form, ito na yung sagot natin. So, okay na yan. Ayan, nakalimutan ko. Kailangan pala, may square root of 5 pala to. Yung radius pala natin is 1 over square root of 5. So, mangyayari lang dito, i-distribute natin yung square natin. So, kapag, ayun, 1 squared is equals to 1. Tapos kapag yung radical axis is na square, ang mangyayari lang doon, ma-eliminate lang siya. So, may iwan yung 5. So, ang sagot dito is 1 over 5. Pagkatapos natin sa equation of a circle na mayroon lamang given na center saka isang tangent line, dito naman wala tayong center and wala rin tayong radius. Medyo mahirap siya. So, ang given lang natin is tangent line, point of tangency, and 2 equidistant points. Kung i-visualize natin yan, ito yung point of tangency. Ito, 1, negative 1. Kasi 2 equidistant points, dito yan somewhere sa matatamaan ng circle. Pero hindi kasi natin alam kung ano yung center. Hindi natin siya alam kung saan nakalagay. Then ito yung tangent line syempre. So in order to do that, kukunin natin syempre yung center sa kay radius. Yung first step dyan, meron tayong tinatawag na equation 1 saka equation 2. Bale, hanapin muna natin yung equation 1. Para makita natin yung equation 1, hahanapin natin yung perpendicular line ng tangent line. Naalala nyo ba yung topic na Lorraine about perpendicular lines? Yung slope ng line, kung ano yung negative reciprocal nun, ayun yung perpendicular slope nung line na perpendicular sa kanya. So kung yung line normal natin is ito yung ito yung nahanap natin perpendicular na equation. So, para mahanap natin yan, hahanapin natin yung slope nitong, ano na to? Slope nitong equation na to. So, i-convert natin siya sa slope-intercept form, which is y, ipat, x lang siya. Tapos, y negative x. And okay lang naman yan kasi slope lang naman nahanap eh. So kung ganyan yung yung slope niya is negative 1. Slope natin is 1. Ayan, slope nito negative 1. So yung perpendicular slope nito is 1 lang. 1. And ito na rin yung gagamitin nating equation 1. And 1. So, okay na tayo doon. Bale, ang susunod naman, gusto niyo pambura? Susunod naman is equation 2. Bale, di ba sinabi ko kanina, itong points na to is equidistant. Ibig sabihin, parehas lang yung distance nila from the center. So, DCA equals DCB. Gagamitan natin siya ng distance formula. So, ano ba? Ito. X minus X sub 1 2 tapos plus y sub 1 is 2 equals ang ganun ulit. Medyo lilitan ko na yung sulat ko. X minus X sub 2 tapos 2 plus y plus 1 sub 2. Yun na siya. Tapos i-substitute natin. Bale, x sub 1 ito. Y sub 1 x minus 2 square plus x minus y minus 3 square tapos x minus 4 square plus y tapos magiging plus 1 pause mo nga. Ayun, sorry for the cut. Bale, ang gagawin natin next dito is expand natin to isa-isa. Ito muna yung buburahin ko. Hindi ko buburahin ito. Bale, itong radical, mawawala na yan, pati itong mga square. Ayan. Hindi pala, ito. So, ang next step, i-expand natin to both sides. Bale, in-square root na natin to, so mawawala na to mga square root natin. So, x minus 2 times x minus 2, so naging x squared yan. Gagamitan na natin ng foil yan. Pero, ayan, 2x, magiging 4x yan. 4x, tapos, plus 4. Ito naman, y squared, negative 6y, tapos plus 9. Ayun yung expanded form nito. So, equals, kunwari magkadugtong ulit kasi di nakasya. So, x squared 8x, tapos negative 4 times negative 4 plus 16, since ito pala y, tapos ito y squared 10 plus y squared 2y, tapos plus 1. Yan. Tapos pagkatapos niyan, i-combine like terms na natin. Shit. Ayun, nakuha na natin yung expanded form ng dalawang equation. So, ima-minus lang din natin yan. X squared minus x squared, cancel. Tapos, negative 4x plus 8x, magiging 4x. Tapos, 4 minus 16, since negative 12. Negative 12. Tapos, maka-cancel din to. Tapos, negative 6. Ayun, nakuha na natin yung expanded form ng dalawang equation. So, ima-minus lang din natin yan. X squared minus x squared, cancel. Tapos, negative 4x plus 8x, magiging 4x. Tapos, 4 minus 16, since negative 12. Negative 12. Tapos, maka-cancel din to. Tapos, negative 6, negative 8y. Tapos, 9 minus 1 is equals to 8. So, ito na yung magiging equation 2 natin, 0. Bale, i-rearrange lang natin, tapos combine like terms, negative 12 plus 8, negative 4. So, i-rewrite natin 4x minus 8y minus 4 equals 0. Ito yung equation 2 natin. Equation 2. So, yan. Bale, ang susunod natin gagawin dyan, di ba nakuha na natin equation 1? Tapos, may slope intercept, naka-slope intercept form yun. So, ang gagawin natin, i-substitute lang natin yung value ng y dito sa y na to. Kunin kasi natin yung center ng circle. So, kukunin natin yung y and x. So, 4x. Diba kanina yung y natin is negative x. So, tapos minus 8 negative x minus 4 equals 0. 4x plus 8x minus 4 equals 0. Lipat na natin itong 4 sa right side. Equals 4. Magiging 12x. So, 12x equals 4. Divide natin sa 12. 12. X is equals to 1/4. Yan, kuha nyo. So, ang center natin is center. Ang x value niya is 1. Yan, kunin naman natin yung y. So, nakuha na natin x. So, ano na natin dito? Substitute. Or pwede na din natin substitute. Dito. Ayan, magiging negative 1/4 lang siya kasi, ayan, may negative siya dito. So, ang y natin is magiging negative 1/4. Yan, nakuha na natin yung center. So, it's time to para kunin yung radius. para makuha yung radius, gagamit lang din ulit tayo ng distance formula. Kapag nakikita nyo, diba, ito yung point of tangency natin. Gagamitin natin siya ngayon. Then, ito yung center natin. Center, ito yung point of tangency. Para makuha natin yung distance niyan, gamit tayo ng distance formula using 2 points. Bale, ano nga? Ayun. Ganito lang siya. Radius is equals to x sub x squared minus x. Ay, ano ba? 1. Tapos, plus y squared minus y1 squared. So, ito yung magiging ano natin. X squared plus x1. X sub 2 pala. So, i-substitute na natin siya. Bale, 1/4 minus 1 plus ano ba yung y squared natin? Negative 1/4 minus plus 1 so minus 4. So itong 1 na to, kapag nag-minus tayo sa fraction, magiging 4/4 siya. So 1/4 minus 4/4 magiging negative 3/4 plus ito magiging 4/4 ulit 3/4. Kunin natin yung score nito. Yung square nito 3, 9 over 4 16 32 18 32 plus simplify. Pwede natin siya i-simplify. Pwede natin siya i-simplify. 1830. Ano bang common na nila? 6, 8, 2. So 2. Maging 18/16 kasi sorry po, ayan, kapag nag-plus pala kayo ng common denominator, hindi pala siya mag-plus, remain pa rin siya ng 16. So ayan, meron tayong 9/8 na radius. Ayan, tama na. So ano natin, substitute na natin yung center, tapos yung radius natin na 9/8 sa standard form. Bali tulad nga kanina, x minus center h, which is 1/4, tapos squared plus y plus, kasi negative yun, 1/4. Try na natin 1/4 squared equals yung radius natin, which is 9/8. Since may squared yan, pwede na natin tanggalin yung radical. Radical. So, ayun yung sagot for standard form. So, kung gusto niyo i-general form, go. Okay na. Thank you po.